Hey guys, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another sponsored ICO review. And this review is on the company called Sense. Actually, the company is Sensei, but they have a token called the Sense token, and we'll go into detail about this whole platform, this system. And I really think they're really trying to push the envelope as far as gathering data and at the same time allowing individuals to profit off of their own data, their own knowledge and data and research that they have. So it's a great, I think, a great concept, and I want you guys to really look at this before the ICO ends. It ends roughly in 23 hours, so I wanted to get this video in. I know Mike B did an overview of Sense a few days ago, so I wanted to definitely do that as well to just remind you guys of the token sale ending here in about 23 hours. So let's get into it. Why don't we? So the company site, which is really beautiful, that is one of the things that really helps me as a potential um, investor in an ICO, is to see how much effort they put into their media, into their website, to their marketing. That is a big indicator to me that they're taking this seriously. And they have done an excellent job on their website. One thing I really like about Sense is the fact that they have actually a one pager, which is very common in the startup world when when companies are looking to raise funds. They normally have like a one pager that potential investors can look at, and they also have a white paper, of course, that will go into more detail. But what is Sense and the Sensei platform? So, with Sense, users are rewarded Sense tokens for putting their data on the blockchain rather than letting a huge company own all of it. The act of claiming Sense and putting data on the blockchain is an indication by the user that they want to monetize their data and are making it searchable for a free paid for in Sense by whomever access the human AI API. Users, also one thing about Sense is that with users' data on the blockchain and an API capable of accessing the data in an exchange for Sense tokens, what you end up with is an ecosystem in which developers want to use this API to build dApps, because there is a lot of useful data that wouldn't otherwise be available, and it regroups several sources of information rather than cobbling together APIs. Also, I want to note that developers of existing apps can also integrate with Sense by letting users claim Sense for the contributions they make on their apps, much like what I explained above. So, really, in this ecosystem, buyers are those who spend Sense to access the API, to consume its data, or manipulate it to create new things. The Sense that is spent flows through to the original authors of that data, otherwise known as those who put their data on the blockchain, the consumer. In other words, if I put my data on the blockchain and someone else accesses it via the API, I automatically get Sense tokens. That is how we are ushering the beginning of the future, where your data is yours and it pays to share it. Um, and so, as I've stated before, um, as an application, the Sensei earns Sense by sending conversational data to the humans API, which we'll go over, and it in turn pays Sense to the API for each conversation it requests from it. So this company, the idea is very unique to me. In an age where we have people looking for data in a more fluid and dynamic way, and I think this is the wave. This is the future of how data will be searched. Right? It won't be so much from a traditional Google search engine. With Google, they're looking into doing quantum computing because they can't no longer, they're at the limits of how much they can index fast enough for searches, which is I think about 10% of the internet. So they do a pretty good job, but they can't really get to a dynamic search and an answer that you need in the form and fashion as we go forward into the future. These AI programs, and the one that Sense has developed is called the human AI. These will be able to help give your search a better experience and a better quality of results or queries. This is something you should do some due diligence on if you haven't already since seeing Mike B's video. One thing I do want to take a look at, and with me, I'm really big on who's behind this project. What type of money has been invested into this project? This is really critical because for success in business, the more money you have and the right team behind it, which we'll take a look at their team. I think they have a pretty solid team and an advisory board as well. The more money you have behind it, the better your chances are at success. And so this company has actually raised some traditional funding via a VC, 2 rounds of funding, actually, I think totaling roughly around $4 million. I think the first round was maybe 1.3 million, and then the second round was 3 million, I believe. So they really do have some traditional capital behind them. So they should be taken seriously. They really should. Let's take a look at the one company that really caught my eye. That was part of the Sensei investors team, and that is Draper Associates. If any of you know Tim Draper, the famous, world-renowned VC or investor, his investment firm Draper Associates is part of this Sensei team for as far as investors goes. So that's very very good to know. I think that brings more confidence to in my eyes, to why I would really take a hard look at Sensei and the Sense token. So what is, and I will say this about Sense, going to their website, I took a look at it. I had some other people take a look at it as well. They loved the site. I loved the site. Everything flowed. It looked really good. The one thing that a lot of us took away from it was that we didn't really know what it was. Like, it wasn't conveyed, in my opinion, very prominently and concisely for your common person. So that's why I really wanted to do a video and kind of break it down more so in a layman's term, in a layman way, so you guys could understand. It really is almost like a search engine 2.0, okay, where you're not querying a database, querying or searching through an API, and their API is it's called the human AI. It's an algorithm that then goes out and basically gathers real people to get you answers on. That's one aspect of it. Another aspect is that if I am a person that has knowledge in a certain field or industry, I'm putting this information out on the internet, on Facebook, Twitter, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, all these different social media platforms. I'm not getting paid for my content, my knowledge, my data. And so this is a way for you to monetize your data, your thoughts, your knowledge in one concise area. So Sense makes it more of an agnostic type of scenario for you as a contributor or person who has content to provide to the masses. You can do that amongst all of these different platforms and profit from it and really make money from it. So you can attribute it to, if any of you are familiar with like Steam It. I use Steam It every day, and I think it's a great idea. Like this is the way we're in direction we're going in, away from the big, you know, companies that have a hold on our data, i.e., a Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. They're monetizing off of our data, um, and we get nothing from it. Just an experience. So in that sense, it's almost like a Steam It, but Steam It on steroids, because I'm able to monetize across multiple platforms where people are already using these platforms, these channels. So I don't have to get people to come over to Steam It. That's the hard part. I'm really only able to reach the people in the crowd, the community that's already involved in Steam It. With this, I can reach out to people via Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I don't think Instagram is available yet, but you kind of get the picture, and I'll give you like a graph of how the Sense system application layer looks. But I'm able to utilize the existing channels for social media, to monetize off of, and so we'll do a little demo via Telegram to give you guys an example as well. So let's take a look at their site and their team really quickly, because that's one thing I do want to highlight. The Sense team, co-founders Crystal Rose and Ariel Jahali. But what's even more impressive to me, guys, is the advisory board. We have Dr. Gavin Wood, many of you know of, from Ethereum and Parity. Also, Galia Benartzi from Bancor, very impressive. And then also Chris Mice from 10x. Their team also looks pretty tech or technically weighted. They have 3 engineers and also an applied cryptographer. That looks good, man. I really like to see actually 4 engineers. So that's great. They have a team. They've been working on this thing for a while now, and now they're ready to really bring it to market on the blockchain. So kudos to them on that. And just to give you a brief overview of what they're saying, Sensei is, which is the actual application. As I've stated here, for over 2 years, the Sensei community has transacted their human capital, skills, knowledge, and life experience by having conversations across popular messengers, earning 20 million virtual coins for giving valuable advice and opportunities. Coins earned on Sensei in peer-to-peer chats are now making sense. So that's the actual token the coin that you're earning is the Sense token or coin. It's an ERC20 token. And also, I do want to note they have actually 3 million users. They have 3 million users already actively. I don't know if they're active users, but they have 3 million users. I'm not sure how many are active, but we'll be able to. I'm going to give you an example and show you a demo via their Telegram bot, and let's see how this thing works. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at their bot. Let's do that. Let's do a demo. So if I type in on Telegram, Sensei, there it is. Go in here, I hit start. So let's do Bitcoin. So I'm gonna now here, give a topic that in regards to Bitcoin. Let's see here. So what is the current price of Bitcoin? So I'm just waiting here. See what we have. So it looks like we've got a response here. So they're saying, hey, how can I help you? And I'm going to say, yes, just looking for the price of a Bitcoin right now. Let's see what they say. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. See, they responded. So there you have it. There's an example, a real world example of using the Sensei bot. And I'm assuming that, at some point you'll be able to integrate the Sensei or Sense token and earn Sense tokens from these types of experiences if you're on the content provider side. So I think, again, this is going to be the search engine 2.0, where it's really more so in-depth, really dynamic way of searching for things and finding answers about things. And I think this has some huge potential if executed properly. And like as I stated, they have some big heavy hitters investing into this idea, and it will definitely increase their odds of winning. So I want you guys to check out their token sale website, sensetoken.com, and look at this. This is funny. I got the animated GIF up there. So check out sensetoken.com to review their token sale. It ends in, let's see, I can tell you right now when it ends. Ends in 22 hours, almost 23 hours. So check it out, guys. And I do want to show you guys one last thing. This is actually Sensei's website, the application, right? So this is the part of it where you actually interact with their software, their API, their AI. So currently you can interact with Sensei with a number of platforms. Messenger, I told you guys about. That's Facebook, Slack, Kick, Telegram, which we just did, and we got text message as well. WeChat and Skype are in beta. So very, very good and promising idea. Let's see if they can execute on it. I think they may have a chance here, to be honest with you. It's just going to take, it's almost like the chicken or the egg kind of analogy, like which comes first. So they kind of need to continue to grow their user base from 3 million up to 10, 15, 20 million. And the more people use it, the more valuable the Sense token is, the more information and readily available information will be at your fingertips when looking for answers. So, hey, I think this is something you guys should definitely look at. Again, the ICO ends shortly, so Check out sensetoken.com, people. It's your boy Blood.